Let me ask you something. How many times have you let someone else's words ruin your day? How many times have you allowed another person's negativity to steal your joy? How many times have you gone to bed angry, replaying the same situation over and over in your mind, wishing you had said something different, wishing they had treated you better? Let me tell you something. Your peace is yours. Your happiness is yours. And no one has the right to take that away from you. But here's the truth. People will test you. They will disrespect you. They will push your buttons. That's life. You can't control what they do, but you can control what you allow to bother you. So today, I'm going to show you how to walk through life untouchable, how to move with so much strength, so much peace that no one can break you down. Most people go through life believing that emotions just happen to them, like the weather, unpredictable, uncontrollable, and inevitable. But the truth is, emotions are not storms that hit you out of nowhere. They are responses, and responses can be controlled. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how two people can go through the same situation and react completely differently? Someone cuts you off in traffic and one person might explode with rage while another person simply keeps driving unfazed. The difference isn't in the event, it's in the person. And that difference is control. The moment you realize that you are in charge of how you feel, you reclaim a level of power that most people never experience. You stop being a puppet to situations and you start becoming the master of your own mind. When someone says something disrespectful to you, your first instinct might be to snap back, to defend yourself, to show them they can't talk to you that way. But let's stop for a second. What do you gain from that reaction? What do you truly win? In most cases, reacting emotionally only gives them exactly what they want. Your energy, your focus, your peace. The person who upset you walks away knowing they had the power to control your mood. They got under your skin, and now you're carrying around that anger while they move on with their day. Is that the kind of control you want to hand over to someone else? Because every time you react with anger, that's exactly what you're doing. You're putting your emotions in someone else's hands. That's not strength. That's not power. That's weakness in disguise. True strength is in restraint. It's in knowing that just because someone tries to provoke you doesn't mean you have to take the bait. Imagine someone standing in front of you trying to push your buttons. They're insulting you, questioning you, provoking you, waiting for that moment when you explode. Now imagine looking them in the eye and not reacting. Imagine smiling, nodding, and walking away. Do you know how powerful that is? Do you know how frustrating it is for someone who thrives on drama to see you refuse to engage? It's like a fire that has no fuel, it burns out instantly. This is what self-control looks like. This is what power feels like. It's not about suppressing your emotions or pretending something doesn't bother you. It's about recognizing that you are always in control of how you respond. There's a saying, he who angers you controls you. If someone can make you mad just by speaking, just by doing something you don't like, then who really has the power in that situation? It's not you, it's them. They own your emotions. They dictate your peace. And the worst part, they probably don't even care. They go home, they sleep well, while you sit there replaying the moment over and over, feeding the anger, letting it ruin your day, maybe even your week. You deserve better than that. You deserve peace. And the only way to get it is to decide right now that no one will have that kind of control over you ever again. No words, no actions, no disrespect will ever make you lose yourself. It's not about being passive. It's not about letting people walk all over you. It's about understanding that your energy is sacred. Imagine you had $1,000 in your pocket and a stranger walked up to you and demanded $500 just because they felt like it. Would you hand it over? No. You'd protect what's yours. So why is your peace, your happiness, your mental stability any different? Every time you let someone pull you into negativity, you're giving away something valuable. You're letting them take a piece of you. And the truth is, most people who try to get a reaction out of you, they aren't worth it. Their opinions don't define you. Their negativity isn't your responsibility. And their drama, it's their burden, not yours. The people who master their emotions are the ones who win in life. They're the ones who stay focused when everyone else is distracted. They're the ones who make smart decisions while everyone else is acting off impulse. Think about the greatest leaders, the most successful people. You never see them getting emotional over small things. They don't have time for it. They understand that every second spent on negativity is a second lost on something more important. And if you want to reach your highest potential, you have to start thinking the same way. You have to stop giving emotional discounts to people who haven't earned a place in your mind. Not everything deserves your reaction. Not everything deserves your energy. Protect it like it's the most valuable thing you own, because it is. Here's something to remember. Your emotions don't belong to anyone but you. You decide how you feel. You decide whether something is worth your time. You decide whether you're going to let an external event determine your internal peace. That's real freedom. That's real control. And the best part, it gets easier with practice. The more you train yourself to pause before reacting, to breathe before speaking, to think before getting angry, the more natural it becomes. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And one day you'll look back and realize that the things that used to bother you, the people who used to get under your skin, the situations that used to steal your joy, they don't have that power anymore because you took it back. If you want to see real change in your life, start here. Start by mastering yourself. Start by refusing to let anyone shake your peace. When you control your emotions, you control your future. You control how you move through the world, and you show others through your actions, through your presence, that you are not easily shaken. That is what makes you untouchable. That is what makes you powerful. And that is what will set you apart in life. So from this moment forward, make the decision. I control my emotions. I control my energy. And no one, no matter who they are or what they say, will ever take that power away from me again. Most people believe that power is in words, in being the loudest voice in the room, in making sure everyone knows exactly how you feel. But let me tell you something. Real power, true power, it's in silence. It's in the ability to hold back when the world expects you to react. It's in knowing that not every battle is worth fighting, not every insult needs a response, and not every fool deserves your attention. Silence is not weakness. Silence is not submission. Silence is the ultimate display of self-control. It shows that you are so secure in yourself, so confident in who you are, that you don't need to explain, defend, or argue. You simply let your actions, your presence, and your results speak for you. There's a reason why the most dangerous people in the world are often the quietest, the ones who don't flinch, who don't react, who don't let emotions dictate their moves. Those are the people you don't want to underestimate. Because when you're silent, you become unpredictable. And unpredictability is power. If people always know how to push your buttons, if they always know exactly how you'll react, then they own you. They can control your emotions like a puppet. But when you embrace silence, when you learn to sit in your stillness, suddenly, they don't know what you're thinking. They don't know if you're mad, if you're calm, if you're planning your next move. And that kind of uncertainty, that's where power lives. Think about the last time someone tried to argue with you, tried to drag you into their negativity, tried to get a rise out of you. Now imagine if instead of engaging, instead of getting pulled into their drama, you just looked at them, smiled, and walked away. Do you know how frustrating that is for someone who thrives on conflict? It destroys them. Because people who seek to provoke you, who want to steal your peace, they need your reaction. That's their fuel. It's what gives them power. But when you give them nothing, not a word, not an emotion, not a single sign that they've affected you, you strip them of their control. You take their power away, and you keep yours. Silence is the greatest response to nonsense. In a world where everyone is quick to speak, quick to argue, quick to prove a point, the person who can stay quiet holds all the power. Because words lose meaning when they're thrown around carelessly. Everyone is talking, but few are listening. Everyone is arguing, but few are actually winning. When you choose silence over senseless debate, you elevate yourself. You show that your energy is too valuable to be wasted on conversations that don't lead anywhere. You show that you operate on a different level, one of control, one of wisdom, one of restraint. And that is what sets you apart from the crowd. There is a time to speak, but there is also a time to withhold. Not every thought needs to be spoken. Not every reaction needs to be voiced. Some of the most powerful moves in history have been made in silence. A look, a pause, a refusal to engage. The world has been shaped not just by those who spoke, but by those who knew when not to speak. Sometimes the most intelligent thing you can say is nothing at all, because silence forces people to reflect. It forces them to wonder. It forces them to deal with their own words instead of feeding off of yours. People who run their mouths, who always have something to say, who never pause to think, those are the ones who are easy to manipulate. Their emotions control them. Their need to be heard makes them predictable. But the one who stays silent, the one who doesn't react, that person is dangerous in the best way possible. That person is unreadable. That person holds the upper hand in every situation. Because while others are busy talking, they are observing. While others are arguing, they are planning. While others are caught up in the moment, they are thinking 5 steps ahead. And that is what makes them powerful. Silence is discipline. It takes strength to hold your tongue when you know you could win an argument. It takes restraint to walk away when someone is trying to provoke you. But every time you choose silence over reaction, you prove to yourself that you are in control. You are not ruled by impulse. You are not owned by your emotions. You move on your terms. And let me tell you, there is no greater advantage in life than that. Because when you can control yourself, nothing and no one can control you. That is a level of freedom most people never reach. But if you learn to master silence, you will have it. The greatest moves are made in silence. The most powerful people in the world don't announce their every thought, their every plan, their every feeling. They move quietly. They let people wonder. They let their success, their actions, their results do all the talking. And that's what you need to do. Stop explaining yourself to people who don't matter. Stop arguing with people who don't want to understand. Stop wasting energy on people who don't deserve your time. Let your silence speak for you. Let your discipline make the statement. Let your presence alone be enough. So the next time someone disrespects you, the next time someone tries to bait you into anger, the next time someone expects you to react, don't. Just be still. Just smile. Just walk away. Because in that moment, you've already won. And when you make silence your strength, there is nothing that anyone can do to shake you. People will come at you with negativity. They will throw their opinions, their criticisms, their insecurities, and their frustrations in your direction. Some will do it intentionally, trying to bring you down. Others will do it unknowingly, projecting their pain onto you because they haven't dealt with it themselves. But no matter where it comes from, you have a choice. Will you absorb it? Let it sink into your mind. Let it shape how you feel about yourself. Or will you simply understand it for what it is and let it pass through you like the wind? The difference between people who stay emotionally unshaken and those who crumble under pressure is simple. They don't take things personally. They understand the source, but they don't absorb the negativity. When someone insults you, criticizes you, or tries to bring you down, the first instinct is to react, to defend yourself, to fire back, to feel hurt. But step back for a second, ask yourself, where's this coming from? 9 times out of 10, it's not even about you. It's about them. It's about their own struggles, their own frustrations, their own self-doubt. People who are truly at peace, people who are happy and fulfilled, don't go around attacking others. They don't need to. Only hurt people try to hurt people. Only insecure people try to make others feel small. When you understand that, you stop letting their words hold weight. You stop carrying around emotions that were never yours to begin with. Imagine someone walks up to you and hands you a bag full of garbage. You have 2 choices. You can take it, hold on to it, carry it with you all day, letting the smell and the weight of it ruin your mood. Or you can look at it, recognize it for what it is, and refuse to accept it. That's exactly how negativity works. When someone dumps their bitterness, their anger, their pain onto you, you don't have to take it. You don't have to carry it. You can understand it, see it for what it is, but you don't have to let it become a part of you. You don't have to absorb it. That's a decision only you can make. One of the greatest skills you can develop in life is emotional detachment. Not from people, but from their negativity. It doesn't mean you don't care. It doesn't mean you're cold or unfeeling. It means you refuse to be a sponge for other people's toxic energy. You refuse to let their mood dictate yours. Because if you let every rude comment, every disagreement, every negative interaction affect you, you'll never have peace. You'll always be at the mercy of someone else's emotions. And that is not a way to live. That is giving away your power. And your power is far too valuable to be handed over so easily. When someone criticizes you, instead of immediately feeling hurt or angry, take a moment to analyze it. Is this coming from a place of truth, or is it coming from their own issues? Is this constructive, or is it just an attempt to bring you down? If it's constructive, take what you can learn from it and leave the rest. But if it's just negativity, why give it space in your mind? Why let their opinion of you become your opinion of yourself? You have to understand that not everyone who speaks to you deserves a response, and not every opinion about you deserves your attention. Some things are meant to be ignored. Some things are meant to be brushed off. Think about a mountain. A storm can come, the wind can blow, the rain can pour, but the mountain doesn't move. It doesn't shake. It stands strong. Be the mountain. Let whatever storms people bring into your life pass right by you. Let their negativity, their bad moods, their bitterness flow around you like water. Because at the end of the day, you are not responsible for their emotions. You are not responsible for their pain. You can understand where it comes from without making it your own. And that understanding, that's what sets you free. The people who live in constant stress, anger, and anxiety are the ones who absorb everything. They take on the weight of other people's words. They let negativity seep into their spirit. They carry burdens that were never meant for them, and over time, it drains them. It weakens them. But the people who understand without absorbing, they move through life lighter. They don't carry unnecessary baggage. They don't hold on to grudges, to petty arguments, to meaningless drama. They choose peace every single time. And that is what makes them unstoppable. This doesn't mean you ignore everything. It doesn't mean you become numb. It means you become selective. You learn to recognize what is worth your energy and what isn't. Some feedback, some lessons, some criticism will help you grow. But anything that is rooted in jealousy, insecurity, or hatred that is not yours to take, let it pass, let it go, let it roll off of you like rain off a roof. Because the moment you stop absorbing, the moment you stop letting other people's negativity become your reality, you become untouchable. You become free. So the next time someone tries to bring you down, don't react, just observe. Understand their pain, their frustration, their insecurity, but don't make it your own. Their negativity is theirs, not yours. You are here to rise. You are here to grow. And you are here to protect your energy at all costs. Because once you master that, nothing and no one can ever break you again. Your peace is your power. It is the foundation of your clarity, your focus, your strength. Without it, you are vulnerable, easily shaken, easily distracted, easily controlled. But when you protect your peace, when you guard it like the most valuable treasure you own, nothing can break you. No person, no circumstance, no negativity can disrupt what you've built inside. Because peace is not given, it is created. It is protected. And if you don't fight for it, the world will take it from you. Every single day, people will test you. They will try to pull you into their chaos, their stress, their drama. They will try to drag you into arguments that don't matter, conflicts that steal your energy. But you have a choice: to engage or to walk away, to absorb or to let go, to fight battles that don't serve you or to rise above them. The choice is always yours. It's not personal. It's just what they do. Someone who is constantly stressed, constantly negative, constantly looking for a fight, they can't stand to see someone who is calm, collected, and in control. It bothers them. It makes them uncomfortable because your peace is a reminder of what they don't have. And rather than fixing their own mindset, they will try to shake yours. They will throw negativity your way, hoping you'll react. They will test your patience, hoping you'll break. But the moment you take the bait, the moment you let them pull you into their energy, they win. They steal a piece of your peace. And if you let enough people do that, soon you have nothing left. This is why you must protect your peace at all costs. You must treat it as something sacred, something that is not for sale, something that cannot be touched by just anyone. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. Not every conversation deserves your attention. Not every argument deserves your response. Because the more you entertain negativity, the more it becomes a part of your reality. The more you allow yourself to be dragged into other people's problems, the more drained and distracted you become. And for what? To prove a point? To defend yourself to someone who doesn't even matter? To win a battle that gains you nothing? That's not power. That's wasted energy. Real power is in knowing when to walk away. Real strength is in understanding that not everything requires a reaction. Imagine you are a king or a queen sitting on a throne. Outside the castle walls, people are yelling, fighting, arguing, trying to get your attention. Some are calling your name, demanding that you come down and engage. Others are throwing insults, trying to provoke you. Now you could leave your throne, go outside and argue with them. But in doing so, you lower yourself to their level. You abandon your position of power. Or you could stay seated, unmoved, unshaken, refusing to engage. Because at the end of the day, a ruler doesn't argue with peasants. A king doesn't explain himself to every voice in the crowd. A queen doesn't let the noise outside her castle dictate her peace inside. That's how you must treat your life. You don't lower yourself to meet negativity. You rise above it. You stay seated on your throne. Protecting your peace means learning to say no. No to unnecessary drama. No to toxic conversations. No to people who drain you instead of elevate you. It means being selective with your time, your energy, and your attention. Not everyone deserves a place in your mind. Not every issue deserves space in your heart. You must become intentional about what you allow into your life, because everything you entertain, everything you engage with either adds to your peace or takes away from it. And if something is not serving you, if it is not helping you grow, then it has no place in your world. Let it go. Distance yourself. Move in silence. Protect what is yours. Understand this. People will talk. They will misunderstand you. They will criticize you. They will create their own version of you in their minds. And you know what? Let them. Their perception of you is not your responsibility. Their opinion of you does not define your reality. The moment you start living for other people's approval is the moment you lose yourself. And your peace, it cannot coexist with the need for validation. You must choose peace or approval, clarity or chaos, power or pettiness. The choice is always yours. And the day you decide to stop explaining yourself, to stop proving yourself, to stop giving away your energy to things that don't matter, that is the day you become untouchable. That is the day you become free. This is not about being passive. It is not about avoiding all conflict or pretending problems don't exist. It is about being intentional. It is about choosing your battles wisely. Not every fight is worth your time. Not every situation requires your presence. Some things are better left alone. Some things resolve themselves without your involvement. And some things, no matter how much you argue, will never change. That is what wisdom is. Knowing the difference between what deserves your energy and what does not. That is what peace is. Choosing to focus on what truly matters and letting go of the rest. The greatest threat to your peace is attachment. To people, to opinions, to situations that no longer serve you. The more attached you are, the more control they have over you. The key to protecting your peace is detachment. Not from love, not from passion, not from purpose, but from unnecessary stress, from unworthy battles, from pointless negativity. You must be willing to walk away from anything that disrupts your spirit, no matter how familiar, no matter how tempting it is to engage. The more you detach from what does not serve you, the lighter you become. And the lighter you become, the freer you are to focus on what does matter. Your growth, your purpose, your happiness. So protect your peace, guard it like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Your peace is your foundation, it is your anchor, it is what allows you to move through life with clarity, with confidence, with control. And once you master the art of protecting it, once you learn to let go of what doesn't serve you, you will step into a level of power that most people never reach. Because a person who is at peace, a person who is unmoved by negativity, a person who refuses to be shaken by the chaos around them, that person is unstoppable. Distractions are everywhere. Every single day, the world will throw something at you, something to pull you away from your goals, something to make you doubt yourself, something to test your discipline. It could be negativity from others. It could be self-doubt creeping into your mind. Or it could be the lure of comfort and procrastination. But if you let those distractions win, if you let yourself get pulled away from your purpose, you will look up one day and realize you wasted time you will never get back. And let me tell you something, time is the one thing you can't afford to waste. Once it's gone, it's gone. That's why staying focused on your purpose isn't just an option, it's a necessity. Most people don't fail because they aren't talented. They don't fail because they aren't capable. They fail because they lose focus. They start out strong, full of ambition and drive, but along the way they let outside voices distract them. They let temporary setbacks discourage them. They let fear convince them that maybe they aren't good enough. Maybe they should quit. Maybe they should take the easy route instead. And before they know it, their dreams have become just that. Dreams. Ideas they once had, goals they once set, but nothing they ever accomplished. Why? Because they allowed distraction to steal their destiny. But that doesn't have to be your story. You don't have to live with regret. You don't have to look back one day and wish you had stayed the course. You can choose right now to lock in, to block out the noise, and to commit fully to the purpose that was placed in you. Your purpose is not for everyone to understand. Not everyone will support you. Not everyone will see your vision. And that's okay. because your purpose wasn't given to them, it was given to you. The problem is too many people spend more time trying to explain their dreams to others than actually working on them. They waste energy trying to convince people who will never understand, instead of focusing on proving themselves through action. Let me tell you something, success is the only explanation you need. When you succeed, when you win, when you make it, that is your answer. That is your proof. So stop seeking validation. Stop looking for approval. Stop waiting for the world to clap for you. Stay focused on your purpose and let your results do the talking. Discipline is the foundation of focus. Motivation will come and go. Some days you will feel unstoppable. Other days you will feel exhausted, unmotivated, even defeated. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. The ones who succeed show up anyway. They work when they don't feel like it. They push through when things get hard. They remind themselves why they started, and they refuse to let temporary emotions dictate their long-term destiny. You can't rely on motivation. You can't wait to feel like doing it. You have to build the discipline to stay committed no matter how you feel, because feelings are temporary. But your purpose, that is forever. There will be obstacles. There will be failures. There will be moments when you question everything. That's part of the journey. Every person who has ever achieved greatness has faced setbacks. Every successful person has failed, but the difference is they didn't let failure define them. They didn't let obstacles stop them. They used every setback as a setup for a comeback. And that's what you must do. When things don't go as planned, don't panic, don't quit. Don't start doubting yourself. Instead, adjust, learn from it, grow from it, but never, never lose focus. Because the only real failure is quitting. And as long as you keep going, as long as you keep moving forward, you are still in the game. People will try to pull you off track. Some will do it intentionally. They don't want to see you succeed because your success reminds them of their own inaction. Others will do it without even realizing it, distracting you with meaningless drama, with things that don't matter, with opinions that add nothing to your progress. And then there's the biggest distraction of all, yourself. Your own mind will try to play tricks on you. Fear, doubt, insecurity. They will all try to make you believe you aren't ready, you aren't capable, you should wait, you should slow down. But that's a lie. You are more than ready. You are more than capable. And you don't have time to slow down. You don't have time to entertain distractions, because while you're hesitating, someone else is out there working. Someone else is putting in the hours. Someone else is getting ahead. Stay focused, stay hungry, stay locked in. Stop chasing everything and start mastering one thing. Too many people spread themselves thin, trying to do too much at once, trying to please too many people, trying to chase too many opportunities. But real success comes from focus, mastering your craft, dedicating yourself fully to what truly matters. The ones who win aren't the ones who try to do everything. They are the ones who go all in on the right thing. And the ones who go all in on the right thing, they don't let distractions pull them in 100 directions. They pick a path, they commit, and they dominate. That's the mindset you need. Don't be everywhere. Be locked in, be obsessed, be relentless. Your purpose is your responsibility. No one is going to do it for you. No one is going to wake you up in the morning and force you to work on your dreams. No one is going to hand you success. If you want it, you have to go get it. You have to put in the work when no one is watching. You have to stay committed even when no one is clapping for you, because in the end, it's your life, your future, your destiny, and what you do with it is entirely up to you. So ask yourself, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to make the sacrifices? Are you willing to block out distractions? Are you willing to stay focused? No matter what, because if you are, nothing can stop you. There is greatness inside you. There is a purpose that was placed in you for a reason, but it will only be realized if you stay focused, if you refuse to let the world shake you, if you refuse to let distractions pull you away, if you refuse to settle for anything less than what you were meant to be. So lock in, get serious, get disciplined, and don't stop until you reach the level of success you were born for. Because the only way you lose is if you quit. Holding on to pain, to anger, to resentment, it's like carrying a heavy weight on your back while trying to move forward. You can't run at full speed. You can't climb to new heights. You can't reach your full potential because that weight is slowing you down, draining you, keeping you stuck in a past that no longer serves you. But the moment you let go, the moment you release what's been weighing you down, that's when you become free. That's when you finally step into your true power. Because letting go isn't about weakness, it's about strength. It's about choosing your peace over your pride. It's about refusing to let pain from yesterday steal the joy from today. Too many people hold on to things that no longer serve them. A grudge, a past mistake, a toxic relationship, a failure that keeps replaying in their minds, and they wonder why they feel drained, why they can't move forward, why they're stuck in the same cycle of frustration. But the truth is, they aren't stuck because of life. They're stuck because of attachment. Attachment to what went wrong. Attachment to who hurt them. Attachment to an outcome they thought they deserved. And as long as they hold on, they will never be truly free. Because you can't receive new blessings with clenched fists. You can't grab hold of your future if you're still gripping onto your past. You have to understand, life moves forward. It doesn't stop for you to dwell on what happened. It doesn't pause for you to overthink and relive the pain. Time keeps going, with or without you. And the longer you hold on to things that should have been left behind, the more you rob yourself of now. The more you cheat yourself out of the present. And the sad part? Some people will spend their entire lives trapped in memories of what could have been instead of embracing what is. But that doesn't have to be you. You don't have to be a prisoner of your past. You don't have to carry that weight any longer. You can choose to let go. Letting go doesn't mean you forget. It doesn't mean what happened didn't matter. It means you refuse to let it control you anymore. It means you acknowledge the pain, the disappointment, the betrayal, but you release it instead of holding on to it. Because when you hold on to negativity, it owns you. It affects your mood, your energy, your relationships, your peace of mind. But when you let it go, when you finally say, I refuse to carry this any longer, that's when you take your power back. That's when you regain control of your own life. Sometimes the hardest thing to let go of is people. People you loved, people you trusted, people who were once a part of your life but no longer align with where you're going. And it hurts. It hurts to walk away. It hurts to accept that some relationships were only meant for a season. But keeping someone in your life out of attachment instead of alignment, that only leads to suffering. Not everyone is meant to go with you on your journey. Some people were lessons, not lifelong companions. Some people were meant to teach you, not walk with you forever. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you free yourself from toxic cycles that are only holding you back. Letting go is an act of faith. Faith that what's ahead is better than what's behind. Faith that if something or someone left your life, it was for a reason. Faith that even when things don't go the way you expected, they are still unfolding exactly as they should. But you can't step into your future while clinging to the past. You can't see new doors opening if you're too busy staring at the ones that closed. You have to trust the process. Trust that every loss, every ending, every closed chapter is leading you to something greater. Because when you truly believe that, letting go stops feeling like losing and starts feeling like winning. A lot of people think letting go is something that just happens, but it's not. It's a decision, a daily intentional decision to release what doesn't serve you. To stop replaying old conversations in your head, to stop reopening wounds that need to heal, to stop giving energy to things that drain you. It's an active choice to say, I deserve peace, I deserve happiness, I deserve to move forward. And every day you have to reinforce that decision. Every time you feel bitterness creeping in, remind yourself, I'm choosing peace instead. Every time you feel tempted to hold on to anger, remind yourself, I'm releasing this for my own good. Because letting go isn't a one-time thing. It's a lifestyle, a mindset, a habit of refusing to let anything, past or present, steal your joy. Some of you are waiting for closure before you let go. But let me tell you something. You don't need an apology to heal. You don't need validation to move on. You don't need someone to admit they were wrong for you to free yourself. Closure is not something someone else gives you. It's something you create for yourself. Because if you wait for others to give you permission to move on, you might be waiting forever. And meanwhile, they're out there living their lives unbothered, while you're still carrying the weight of what they did. Stop waiting for an apology that may never come. Stop holding your peace hostage to someone else's actions. Choose to let go. Choose to move on. Choose to be free. At the end of the day, holding on to pain doesn't hurt them, it hurts you. It keeps you stuck. It poisons your happiness. And for what? To prove a point? To hold on to pride? To keep reliving something that no longer serves you? Letting go isn't about them. It's about you. It's about deciding that your peace is more important than your past, that your future is more valuable than your resentment, that your energy is too precious to waste on anything that doesn't elevate you. So release the weight, drop the baggage, free yourself, because the moment you truly let go, that's the moment you truly begin to live. There will come a time when you are tested. Someone will disrespect you. Someone will betray your trust. Someone will try to bring you down, humiliate you, or make you feel small. And in that moment, you will have a choice. You can react with anger, with bitterness, with revenge, or you can rise above it. You can choose to be the bigger person. And let me tell you, being the bigger person is not about letting people walk all over you. It's not about being weak. It's not about allowing disrespect. It's about strength. It's about self-restraint. It's about knowing that no matter what someone else does, you refuse to let them dictate your character. Because real power comes from restraint. It takes nothing to react. It takes nothing to lash out. It takes nothing to match someone's negativity with more negativity. That's easy. But what's hard? What requires real discipline, real wisdom, real strength? Walking away. Letting go. Choosing peace over pettiness, because the moment you stoop to someone else's level, they win. The moment they pull you into their chaos, they have control over you. And you can't afford to let someone else's bitterness, someone else's immaturity, someone else's drama pull you out of character. Protect your energy. Protect your dignity. Protect your peace. No matter how much they try to drag you down, don't give them that power. Being the bigger person means understanding that not every battle is worth fighting. Some people aren't looking for a solution. They're looking for a reaction. They want to see you angry. They want to see you lose your temper. They want to see you step out of character, because the moment you do, they feel justified. They feel powerful. They feel like they got under your skin. But when you refuse to engage, when you stay calm, composed, and unshaken, that is when you win. That is when you show them that their negativity has no effect on you. That their words, their insults, their actions mean nothing. Because you are too focused, too disciplined, too elevated to entertain foolishness. It's not about proving a point. It's about protecting your spirit. Some of you are carrying grudges, holding on to anger, replaying moments in your mind, wasting energy on people who don't even deserve a second thought. And for what? What does it give you? Peace? No. Happiness? No. It gives you stress. It gives you anxiety. It gives you sleepless nights, wasted emotions, and a weight on your heart that only holds you back. Let it go. Not for them, but for you. Because when you hold on to negativity, you are drinking poison, expecting them to suffer. But they're not suffering. You are. The only way to free yourself is to rise above it. Some people will never change. Some people will never admit they were wrong. Some people will never apologize. And if you're waiting for an apology to find peace, you might be waiting forever. You have to learn to move forward without closure. You have to learn to be okay without validation. Because being the bigger person means choosing peace even when you were right. It means choosing growth even when they don't deserve your forgiveness. It means understanding that your future is more important than their drama. Some people are still bitter over things that happened years ago, still angry, still resentful. And what has it done for them? Nothing. Because holding on to the past does not heal you. Letting go does. Being the bigger person means responding with grace. It doesn't mean you let people take advantage of you. It doesn't mean you allow disrespect. It means you know you're worth enough to walk away. It means you know your value enough to remove yourself from negative situations, from toxic arguments, from battles that aren't worth fighting. It means you choose wisdom over ego, strength over pride, growth over grudges, because every second you waste on negativity is a second you could have been using to build, to grow, to elevate. Every moment you spend being angry is a moment you could have spent being happy. Life is too short to waste energy on people who don't deserve a response. Some of you are dealing with people who want to see you fail. People who get joy out of making you mad. People who would rather see you miserable than see you win. And the best revenge? Success. Not arguing, not proving yourself, not clapping back, not matching their negativity, just winning, just thriving, just showing them that no matter what they throw your way, you are still moving forward. You are still shining. You are still elevating. Because when you stay focused on your purpose, nothing can bring you down. At the end of the day, you can't control how people treat you. You can't control what they say. You can't control what they do. But you can control how you respond. And your response, that's your power. That's your strength. That's what separates those who stay stuck from those who rise. So don't let small people pull you into small battles. Don't let petty situations take you away from your goals. Stay above it. Stay disciplined. Stay focused. Be the bigger person, not for them, but for you. Because the moment you let go of negativity, the moment you refuse to engage in drama, the moment you choose peace over pride, that's the moment you truly win. Your environment shapes you more than you realize. The people you talk to, the conversations you entertain, the energy you allow into your space, it all affects you. You might think you're strong enough to handle negativity, but over time, it seeps in, it drains you, it shifts your mindset. That's why you must be intentional about surrounding yourself with positivity. You have to protect your space like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. The wrong people, the wrong energy, the wrong influences can destroy your peace, your confidence, your dreams. But the right people, the right energy, that can elevate you. That can push you forward, that can remind you of who you really are when you start to forget. Look around you. Who do you spend the most time with? What kind of energy do they bring? Do they uplift you, inspire you, challenge you to be better, or do they complain, gossip, bring drama, and pull you into negativity? Because the truth is, you become what you surround yourself with. If you're around people who are always doubting, always fearful, always making excuses, you will start thinking the same way. But if you're around people who are driven, who are focused, who are constantly learning and growing, you will rise with them. That's why you can't afford to keep people in your life just because of history. Just because you've known someone for years doesn't mean they belong in your future. Some people are comfortable in negativity. They thrive in complaining. They live in excuses. And if you let them, they will pull you into their storm. They will make you think small. They will make you second guess yourself. And before you know it, you'll find yourself settling for a life far below what you're capable of. But when you surround yourself with positivity, when you keep people around you who believe in growth, in possibilities, in greatness, you start to see the world differently. You start to believe in more. You start to dream bigger. You start to realize that your potential has no limits except the ones you accept. Positivity is not just about the people in your life. It's about everything you consume. The books you read, the shows you watch, the social media you scroll through. Every single thing you allow into your mind is either helping you or hurting you. Be mindful of it. Are you constantly feeding yourself negativity? Are you surrounding yourself with drama, fear, and doubt? Or are you consuming things that inspire, educate, and elevate you? Because if you want to change your life, you have to change what you allow into your mind. You have to fill yourself with things that remind you of your power, of your strength, of your limitless potential. There are people in this world who will make you feel like your dreams are too big, who will tell you to be realistic, who will try to plant doubt in your mind. And if you listen to them, if you let their words get inside your head, you will start to shrink yourself. You will start to question what you're capable of. You will start to believe their fears instead of your vision. But let me tell you something. People who doubt your dreams are only projecting their own insecurities. Their limits are not your limits. Their fear is not your reality. So don't entertain negativity. Don't argue with doubters. Don't waste your time trying to convince small-minded people of big possibilities. Just move. Just build. Just win. Surrounding yourself with positivity doesn't mean life will always be easy. It doesn't mean you won't have challenges, setbacks, or moments of doubt. But it means you have the right energy around you to keep going. It means that even on your worst days, you have people who will remind you of your strength, who will push you forward instead of letting you fall into excuses, who will challenge you to rise higher instead of pulling you down. And that kind of environment, that kind of energy, that is priceless. That is the difference between staying stuck and leveling up. You have to be intentional about this. If someone constantly brings negativity into your life, distance yourself. If your social media is full of toxicity, unfollow. If your habits are keeping you in a cycle of stress and exhaustion, change them. Your peace, your growth, your success, it all depends on the energy you allow into your life. And you don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your space. If they don't add value, if they don't inspire growth, if they drain your energy more than they uplift it, it's okay to let them go. Your future is too important to be weighed down by unnecessary negativity. You deserve to be surrounded by people who see the best in you, who encourage you to chase your dreams, who speak life into your ambitions, who remind you of your greatness when you start to doubt it. And if you don't have those people in your life right now, start seeking them out. Start putting yourself in places where growth happens. Read books that expand your mind. Listen to speakers who inspire action. Follow people who are living the kind of life you aspire to. Because when you surround yourself with positivity, you are constantly reminded that you are capable, you are worthy, you are unstoppable. At the end of the day, your energy is one of your most valuable assets. And the world is full of people who will try to drain it, who will try to fill your mind with fear, who will try to dim your light. But you don't have to let them. You have the power to choose. You have the power to build an environment that fuels your growth instead of stunting it. You have the power to surround yourself with positivity so that no matter what life throws at you, you keep rising, you keep building, you keep winning. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have, but like any tool, it must be sharpened, strengthened, and conditioned daily. You don't build a strong body by going to the gym once in a while. You build it through consistent effort, through daily training. Your mind is no different. If you don't train it, if you don't push it, if you don't control what you feed it, it will become weak, undisciplined, and easily influenced by negativity. But when you train your mind daily, when you make it a priority to strengthen your thoughts, your focus, your resilience, that's when you unlock your true power. That's when you become unshakable. That's when no setback, no failure, no outside noise can break you, because you have built a mind that is stronger than anything life throws your way. Every single day, you are training your mind, whether you realize it or not. The question is, what are you training it for? Are you training it for discipline or for distraction? For growth or for excuses? For strength or for weakness? Because every choice you make, every thought you allow, every habit you build, it's either making you better or making you weaker. When you wake up and immediately check your phone, filling your mind with negativity, gossip, and distractions, you are training your mind to be reactive, not proactive. But when you wake up and start your day with intention, with gratitude, with affirmations, with reading, with movement, you are training your mind to be focused, disciplined, unshakable. Training your mind is not about motivation. Motivation fades. It's about habit. It's about conditioning yourself daily to think differently. It means challenging your thoughts, breaking free from limiting beliefs, refusing to let old patterns of doubt and fear control you. Because if you don't take control of your mind, the world will do it for you. And the world will fill your mind with distractions, with negativity, with reasons why you can, instead of reasons why you can. That's why you must be intentional. You must protect your mind like your future depends on it. Because it does. What are you feeding your mind? Because whatever you feed it, it will grow. Feed it doubt, and doubt will grow. Feed it excuses, and excuses will multiply. But feed it belief, feed it knowledge, feed it positivity and possibility. That's when you start to elevate. That's when you start to think like a winner, to act like a leader, to move like someone who is unstoppable. And this is not something you do once in a while. It's something you do daily, because every day your mind is either getting stronger or weaker. Every day you are either programming yourself for success or for failure. Mental training is not just about thinking positively. It's about developing resilience. It's about training your mind to stay focused even when things don't go as planned, to stay disciplined even when you don't feel like it, to keep pushing forward even when obstacles arise. Because life will test you. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when doubt creeps in, when fear tries to control you. And in those moments, your training will determine whether you break or rise. If you have trained your mind daily, if you have built the habit of perseverance, if you have conditioned yourself to focus on solutions instead of problems, you will not break. You will adapt. You will push through. You will win. The strongest minds belong to those who prepare for battle before the battle begins. They don't wait for adversity to come before they start strengthening themselves. They train daily. They sharpen their focus daily. They reinforce their discipline daily, so that when challenges come, they don't fold. They dominate. This is why you must commit to daily mental training. Read books that challenge your thinking. Listen to people who inspire action. Push yourself outside of your comfort zone. Develop the habit of controlling your thoughts, of shifting your perspective, of training yourself to see solutions instead of problems. Most people let their minds run on autopilot. They let their thoughts control them instead of controlling their thoughts. And as a result, they live reactive lives, ruled by fear, doubt, and external circumstances. But you are not most people. You are someone who takes control, who trains daily, who builds the kind of mindset that allows you to conquer anything. And that starts with the simple daily disciplines, the habits that seem small, but over time create greatness. Wake up and feed your mind with power, with belief, with purpose. Speak life into yourself. Refuse to entertain negativity. Challenge the excuses your mind tries to create, because every day your mind is listening to you. Train it to be your greatest weapon, not your biggest weakness. Some of you are waiting for the right moment to start, waiting until you feel ready. But the truth is, you will never feel ready. The only way to become mentally strong is to start now. Start when it's uncomfortable. Start when it's inconvenient. Start when you don't feel like it. Because discipline is not built in moments of comfort. It's built in moments of struggle. And the more you push yourself, the more you train yourself to be disciplined, even when you don't want to be, the stronger you become. The greatest athletes, the greatest leaders, the greatest minds in history, they didn't get there by accident. They trained daily. They conditioned their minds to be relentless. And that is exactly what you must do. At the end of the day, everything starts in the mind. Your success, your growth, your happiness, it all begins with how you think. And you control that. You control what you allow into your mind. You control what you focus on. You control what thoughts you entertain. So take that power seriously. Train daily. Stay disciplined. Stay focused. Because when you master your mind, you master your life. Ladies and gentlemen, everything we've talked about today comes down to one thing. You are in control. You are in control of your emotions, your mindset, your focus, and your peace. No one can take that from you unless you allow them to. The world will test you. People will try to shake you. Life will throw challenges your way. But when you train your mind daily, when you surround yourself with positivity, when you learn to let go, when you protect your peace, when you stay focused on your purpose, nothing can break you. Nothing can stop you. Nothing can pull you down, because you have built yourself to rise above it all. Being the bigger person doesn't mean you let people walk over you. It means you refuse to let their negativity poison your spirit. It means you choose strength over reaction. It means you walk away from battles that aren't worth fighting because you know your energy is too valuable to waste on small things. Your time, your peace, your life is too important to be consumed by drama, distractions, and negativity. Elevate your thinking, elevate your circle, elevate your mindset. Because when you do, the things that used to bother you will no longer have power over you. The things that used to make you angry will become irrelevant. You will operate on a different frequency, one that is focused, disciplined, unshakable. Every single day you have a choice to let negativity control you or to rise above it, a choice to let distractions pull you away from your purpose or to stay locked in. A choice to let people's words and opinions dictate how you feel or to stand firm in who you are. And when you choose wisely, when you choose peace, strength, focus, and discipline, you set yourself up for greatness. You step into a life where nothing and no one can steal your joy. A life where you move with confidence, with purpose, with power. So I leave you with this. Protect your peace, train your mind, let go of what doesn't serve you, and never let anything or anyone pull you out of character. You are in control. You are strong. You are unstoppable. Thank you. Stay blessed, and may you continue to rise higher every single day. God bless you.